Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Lead Gaming, your unfiltered, unscripted gaming podcast. This is your host, Norman Aragon, and your co-host, Mariano Alvarado. Mariano, how you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Pretty good. How you doing?
All right, I'm doing good, man. I'm feeling good, happy, joyful, energetic. I don't know what to tell you. Feeling good.
Oh yeah, it's a good Monday, man. Had a little
Yeah.
mishap yesterday, but oh well.
Oh, we did. It's all part of technology and learning and stuff. So it's all good. It is Monday, gentlemen, and it is a Monday afternoon. For all you guys out there, ladies and gentlemen, we are back.
Mm-hmm.
We took a little break. We deserved a little break after a full year of lead gaming. It was a very productive year of lead gaming. We learned a lot, played a lot, and most of all, we had a lot of cool adventures. Recording podcasts, interviewing, bringing in people that we know, friends, and it was definitely a very interesting year of podcasting and a little bit of YouTubing. But year two's kicking
Definitely.
off, and we're back.
Yeah, definitely, man. We actually played a lot of games. I played a lot of games actually that I probably wouldn't have played if we didn't have the podcast because I picked them up just to either try them out or just have something to talk about. So that too, it's bringing me
Yeah,
into a whole new field of gaming.
yeah, man, definitely, it's awesome. So year two, we got a lot of planned out. Your weekly podcast. We have some more video content actually, and we're gonna try to just put ourselves out there and see if we can get as much listener contact as we can, and keep it up, keep it up, keep up our good like for doing the podcast, and just talking about games in general, what we do and what we like. Mariano, before we get too deep into gaming, can we recall the last UFC fight that we saw?
Oh yeah, man. So we're coming off UFC 229, and man, was it a show! It's the first time I've seen Conor McGregor fight. I believe it's your first UFC event that you watched through and through, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, I mean, well, how about we hear from you? What was your perspective? It was your first time watching an event. What did you think? How did the fights go?
Look, man, and I don't know if I got lucky or this is how every UFC, but it started with the first fight with the girls, man. It was really good watching those girls fight. They I don't know, they felt like a good fight. I expected less than it than I got, and I felt pretty good. I didn't actually feel like I was watching Fear Factor, listening to Joe Rogan. He actually said kind of cool words like horsepower and triangle and elbows.
Yeah.
Uh, so it felt pretty good. And then we got the heavyweight fight, which, like I said, I don't know if this is how every time it goes, but I got lucky. And the heavyweight fight was fucking twist.
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ. It was a comeback and a knockout, and Lewis just came back and took that fight just by haymaker, and it was awesome.
What a
Um,
comeback, man! In the last 10 seconds to come back and win a
well,
fight that you were getting your ass kicked in the
yeah, he
entire
was
time.
definitely. And he knew. He
Yeah.
knew he was. He's like, I had to come and punch him and knock him out. I had to.
And for
Um,
Volkan, man, that sucks. All you had to do was
yeah,
just
play
hold up.
safe.
Just hold up.
But then again, it shows you the competitive level of UFC where the guy's not gonna back and give out. Like just
Yeah.
take the easy win. He fought. He kept going forward, and unfortunately, he got punched in an unexpected moment, and he went down. And but it wasn't like I know I'm winning, so I'm just gonna back down. He just kept going, and sucks for him that he got clocked right at 10 seconds before it ended or whatever. But
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah,
no, it
exactly,
was
man.
that was a hell of a fight, man. I really enjoyed that fight. That guy, I think I haven't checked out his Instagram, but they say that dude's Instagram is one of the funniest Instagrams out there.
Well,
uh,
apparently he was like around 300 or 400K followers,
oh
and
shit.
he's at 1.3 million now.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they kept advertising his Instagram. Like, you guys looking for something funny to follow, follow this guy. And apparently, look at that, people follow him. I didn't really look into it too much, but
That shout out from
um,
Joe Rogan must have helped a little bit too.
oh yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Right.
Um, and then we move on to the light heavyweight fight, which Reyes and the other gentleman
OSP.
OSP, yeah, and that was a good fight, man. Reyes looked fast, good offense, man.
Yeah.
Uh,
A lot of
I mean,
skill, right?
yeah, a lot of skill, man. Uh, OSB had a lot of stamina, man. That dude's a hard fighter, dude.
Oh yeah.
That dude kept up, and it was kind of cool seeing the guy still be undefeated and take the decisive win.
Mm-hmm.
So that I like that a lot. And then we went to the freaking lightweight, freaking Ferguson, dude,
Oh yeah.
against
The
oh
co-main
my,
event.
oh yeah, holy shit, dude, that was crazy.
Yeah, man.
That dude is fucking crazy, man.
That other guy was pretty crazy too. Anthony
Yeah,
Pettis.
Pettis. Yeah, Anthony Pettis is, and he had, he looked energetic. He was throwing, he was blowing. He broke his hand trying to knock fucking Ferguson out. That's how crazy that dude is. He was walking punches. That dude literally broke his hand. He couldn't fight anymore.
And all the moves that were pulling off, like Pettis was doing like some breakdance, freaking kicks and shit. And then
Oh
Ferguson
yeah,
at one point bounces off the cage and punches Pettis right in the
yeah,
face.
he did.
Dude, oh my god.
Wow, 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 wow. No, dude, those two are freaking crazy. That Ferguson dude is just a fucking monster, and he had just come back from a knee surgery from like 8 months ago.
Yeah, 6 months ago
That
actually.
yeah, that he himself nursed. Like there were no doctors. He's like,
what a
I got this shit.
what a psycho, man. Tony
Oh,
Ferguson's a legend.
absolutely, absolutely, dude. That fight was so cool, man. I really enjoyed it. There was a lot of blood in that fight.
I feel like the main event didn't live up to that fight, man. Like that must have been fight of the night. It was a
Oh
crazy
yeah,
fight.
absolutely, dude. And then we got to the main event, and um, yeah, I don't know. A lot of people were betting
On
on
McGregor.
McGregor to take it down. I kept telling everybody, like, don't bet against the guy that fucking fought bears when he was little. It's like,
Yeah.
not, I've
It's
seen
not
Rocky
smart.
4 or whatever it is. Russians are crazy. No, dude, no, for real. Fucking fight was crazy, dude. First round, I thought McGregor had a good idea, fight him off, play the ground game when he goes to the ground to his best of his ability, and keep him there, and lay punches when he could when they were standing, and he did a good job in the first round and a half, but it just got out of hand for him.
Yeah.
I think he might have stamina wore out or something.
You got overwhelmed.
It just Khabib was just attacking that ground, and I think he was frustrating him. I don't know, but he seemed like he wasn't comfortable on the ground. We know McGregor's not ground.
Yeah, exactly. And then in the second round, apparently, when Khabib was smashing Conor on the ground, they people were talking about it today, and apparently Khabib told Conor, um, "Do you want to talk now?" or something like that.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Damn,
And Khabib's
that's
known for
crazy.
that, man. He's known for
Oh
talking to
yeah,
his opponents on the ground.
yeah, that's what's so
Except
intimidating.
he's usually cool with people. Like I don't think he's ever talked crap to anybody that he sat in that position. He's usually telling people just give up, just give up. You know that I deserve this.
Just keep up, dude. It's the easy way out. Just keep up right now. I've wrestled with bears. He ain't shit.
Exactly, man. He's just a beast. The guy's a fucking beast, man.
Yeah.
There's talk about him fighting Mayweather now, so he'll have a big
What?
payday coming in.
Oh my god. That's
And
enough.
he made $2 million for just for showing up to the fight, and the champion gets a cut of the pay per view money. Apparently, he made over $10 million from the pay per view buys,
Wow.
so a total of 12 mil.
You know what? Anybody that bought that fight on pay per view got their money back. I'm
Oh
not.
yeah.
I'm not saying how we got the fight, but if you bought the fight, you got your money's worth out of it.
Oh,
Sure.
absolutely, man. It was a spectacle. It was a hell of a fucking show. And then the ending when the big brawl breaks
Ooh,
out, that was just the cherry on top.
that was just yeah. Fuck, man. Jesus Christ. That was so crazy, man. Like I don't know. I'm telling you, dude. I got lucky with watching my full event during the UFC because
Definitely.
I got so much out of it. I was like, I didn't even want to go to bed. I was like, I was ready to like do something after that fucking
Exactly.
showdown.
Gets you pumped, man.
Imagine the people in the arena. They went out to start throwing punches everywhere. I would have been throwing punches everywhere.
Yeah, there's a lot of videos of people getting knocked out outside.
Oh my! I'll probably be one of those guys getting knocked out. Uh, but no, oh, it was a hype, dude. I was like freaking, my adrenaline was pumping and shit. I felt like, it was crazy. It was crazy for sure, and I really liked it.
Yeah,
I can
man.
see why people are switching to UFC instead of boxing.
It's events like this that made me fall in love with the sport, with MMA in general. Like
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
it's exciting, man.
even though boxing's got a huge following still, but this UFC is gonna be taking over slowly, like it has probably in the last years, and whether whatever happened after the fight, whether it's a good or a bad look on UFC, it's putting the UFC name out there,
Yeah.
and people are gonna want to see it. So
Especially
um,
the younger crowd. The younger crowd doesn't really look down upon stuff like this. Like,
no, they don't.
right?
They
Like,
see it as entertainment.
exactly, exactly. And they want to see more of it. So I'm pretty
Oh
sure
yeah,
all these younger kids are gonna definitely tune in to more events. And
yeah. Uh, crazy, crazy.
yeah, absolutely,
So
man.
cool, guys. I mean, that was part of our vacation time there. We watched UFC 229, 229, or what UFC people call them.
Hmm.
Mariano, what's going on in the gaming world, man?
Well,
Well, huge news, right?
yeah, definitely. There's a lot going on, man. A lot of new games coming out, and a lot of new games that came out actually. And
Yeah.
one of my favorite events, something that I was really looking forward to, and I've kind of promised to myself that I'm not going to miss another one. If there's another one here in the United States, I don't care where it is, I'm going to the next one next year. Because there's
Yeah.
usually in Germany and I believe no, there's not one in England yet. But yeah, the CitizenCon for Star Citizen, it just happened. It was October 5th, I believe. It was on Wednesday, the Wednesday before Fight Week. No,
Yeah.
after Fight Week, and no, that was October 10th actually. And a lot of cool news, man. We got to see a bit of gameplay. There was a lot of panels going on, and they were explaining how the game's being developed. At the end, Chris Roberts gives a speech, and he talked about the milestones that they've had to hit in order to make this game. And I'll tell you guys a little more towards the end of the conversation, just to give you guys some insight into how the game developing is going and when we might possibly be able to see maybe a beta drop for the game, finally a beta, and then a year later an actual release. But you got to see some of the footage, man, of the stuff that we saw. What did you think from what you've seen so far from Star Citizen?
You know what? Step by step, it has to be some of the best footage I've seen from Star Citizen. It has to be some of the most innovative stuff I've seen from them. And I'm not a Patreon for this game. I haven't bought the game, but I'm just ready to buy it. I'm just ready to throw the money down.
Yeah.
Um, you know what? I saw so much stuff, foliage. The cities, the AI is just making the city come alive, feel alive. I mean, we saw this interactive of like the guy gets up and then they're like, hey, here's your quarters. You want to fucking have it dirty? You want to have it messy? You want to have it clean? It's up to you. And by the way, here's a coffee machine. Have a cup of Joe.
Exactly.
And it was like, oh shit. He grabs the liquid and he plays with the mug. You can look at it and interact with it and then drink it if you choose to. Um, and then from there we move on to the more of the city aspect that we're showing, and it is some of the best stuff I've seen out of Star Citizen, man, because that city has to be taking those guys. I don't know how long it takes to make a city like that. Like I have no idea. That's a lot of work,
Yeah.
especially the way they made the other moving parts around the city work. Like like the one thing they showed a lot was the trains.
Hmm.
uh, that's something to be proud of, man. And those guys showing real stuff, real things happening, real gameplay, not recorded stuff.
Exactly.
Because those guys were running into some issues, dying, and they were showing stuff like, all right, cool, here's this issue, we'll fix it.
Yeah, and we should mention that the gameplay that we saw, it wasn't something like a trailer that was recorded. It wasn't something that they just polished up and made it look their best. It was actual gameplay. The guy picked up a controller and started playing on stage, and we got to see a few crashes. Right, we got to
Yeah.
see the guy die. We got to see the guy make mistakes, and that was really cool that they were that open with the development with the audience, because it would have been really easy to just make a video and show us the best that they can make, right?
Oh yeah, and for everybody in Star Citizen and everybody doubting it and everybody's putting their doubts and their hate on it, it's hard. It's hard to hate on this game now because you can see the work on it. You can see how much time and effort they've been putting on it because it really shows, man. That's a lot of work,
Yeah.
and I don't know what's gonna happen with the more cities and the more planets gonna introduce. But if anything signs of this one, dude, my God, it's gonna be a whole economic system in each planet, in each city, and the way
Hmm.
they want to balance it out, it was just amazing. Even to the small little details where the guy's like, you know what, you can just carry what you can carry, dude. You're not gonna be carrying 17 guns and 1,000 bullets.
Exactly.
You're gonna be carrying one or two guns that you can carry and a couple whatever pockets you got, depending on your suit or whatever it is. And that was really cool, man. And then you go to the aspect where the guy has necessities, right?
Yeah.
But they're not necessities where it's like, oh fuck, you're playing a Sim City or Sim Simulator where like, oh, you gotta drink every fucking 5 minutes. The guy's like, we're not gonna put you out to fucking carry a bottle of water, but you're gonna have to replenish your fluids and go to the bathroom and do this, but it's
Hmm.
not gonna be like out of your way, which is really cool.
You have to eat every now and then, but they're not
Yep.
trying to make it like super micromanagey. They
Yeah.
just every now and then you might have to remember. Oh, maybe my stamina might be low because I haven't ate in 24 hours or whatever it
Yeah.
might be.
The ships, man, the ships that they show, like the unexpected came through, and it's like, what?
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly. They announced a new ship in the middle of the presentation. They just so they're going through a mission, right, Norman? And he goes to pick up a prototype weapon in a downed satellite. Now, when you get to the satellite, what did you think of that scene, man? When I saw that scene, I was like, "Whoa, this looks incredible." You could tell it happened recently because there were still fires going
yeah, there's still
on,
fires going on.
right? There was
Yeah,
smoke.
well, it was like a little joy inside of me. We're like, because I want to see this in space. I want to see this happening. This is like the part that makes me like that. I didn't want this game to be a game where you felt alone all the time.
Yeah,
I wanted this to be a game where you felt like there was stuff happening around you and there was other people, having being part of these consequences and things happening. And when I saw that, I was like, "Whoa, man, this is." I was just starting to imagine scenarios of how that happened,
yeah,
and,
exactly.
and it was so cool. And then watching the guy work that multi tool he had, and uh, it was really cool, man. It was, and he went through it, and he died twice, I think, and he had to like respawn. So
Yeah, the guy had to jump from one beam to
yeah,
another, and I think he misses two jumps, and
yeah, he missed his two jumps.
his character bleeds out. He breaks his legs. Actually, he hurts his legs, and his
Yeah.
character bleeds out. And yeah, so after this mission, he doesn't find what he's looking for. He goes back outside, and he finds a Cutlass Black blowing up his ship. So they blow up his ship. This guy's like running towards the ship. He takes cover, takes out his weapon, and then the Cutlass Black it lands. So then if you play close attention, there's a few guys that are walking around, running around outside, and this guy calls for help on his mobiGlass. Once he calls for help, and I don't know, maybe like a minute passes by, and the ship shows up, and you see the ship just blasting the hell out of the Cutlass. Now, when we see the ship, we didn't really know what it was, and the guy that was on stage, he was just like, "Cut to camera 3, go to third person, blah blah blah," and then they show it, and they were like, "This is the Anvil Valkyrie." And this ship was completely secret. No one knew anything about it. We had no idea it was even in development. And Chris Roberts was like, and by the way, it's available today. And everybody was just went crazy, man. You could see the
Oh my
crowd going
god.
crazy. But to go back a little bit, that getting hurt is going to change. Like right now, you can take a med pen and it'll fix you up right away. But they did mention that when they were walking through the city in the beginning, there's this big hospital that they see, and they say that that's where you're gonna respawn if you die, and also you're gonna respawn like in it's all in lore, so you respawn like in this afterlife reincarnation chamber or something like that, where I'm guessing they print you a new body. So they mentioned that if you do get hurt out there, the med pen is only gonna heal up a certain amount. Like it might only stop the bleeding on the wound that you have. So you will eventually have to go back to the hospital and treat either broken limbs that you might have, any serious wounds that you have, some maybe internal bleeding, anything like that. You will have to go to one of those, or you'll have to find the medical ship, and maybe you could set a beacon and call in the medical ship, and either an NPC or an actual player will come to your aid and fix you right up. That's another really cool system that I thought that they added. I had one more that I wanted to go back to. I kind of forgot about it. Oh, so you were talking about the satellite and picturing in your head how it happened. This stuff is actually going to happen. Like everything, all the missions that are generated will happen in real time. It'll generate an NPC if it needs to, a new NPC for this mission, and any of the events that happen in Star Citizen happen in real time. That's what the object container streaming was for, and so if somebody's flying by, they might actually get to see that satellite fall down. So a lot of things might be just you being in the right place at the right time, and you'll get to see those missions actually happening. Because you could very well see that satellite fall, go yourself and retrieve the multi tool, and then when the person gets there and doesn't find it, he will have to hunt you down. So he'll be tracking it, and eventually he'll be tracking you for that multi tool, and then you'll
Yeah.
have to either decide to give it back to him or not. But yeah, man, yeah, it was freaking crazy. After that, they go to this facility, and that's where the multi tool is at, and they show us the first NPC battle that they have. It was about maybe 20 NPCs inside the bunker where they were. They did show off some pretty cool stuff. When they barely get there, there's some anti-air guns shooting at the Valkyrie. So the Valkyrie starts doing strafing runs, and some of the gunners on the side start shooting down those turrets. And they show after that the Valkyrie get into a lower altitude, and they open the back bay doors, and they jump out in one of the new Cyclones, the ones that have a turret in the back. And there's two guys in there, and they take down the ground turrets from the ground with that cyclone, and eventually they infiltrate the facility. And at this point, they reveal to us that this is the first iteration of underground facilities. They take an elevator and go like I don't know how deep they go, but there's like another entire facility down there, and then they have to go in and just clear the entire place and find the prototype blade. But that was pretty exciting as well, man. You mentioned that you saw in an article that the game raised over $1 million in a few days, right?
So the game raised over $1 million in 4 days after 3.3 released.
Wow,
That is $200 million in released.
wow, that is
That
freaking
is
crazy, man.
that is a lot of money. That's just money from people buying ships, probably getting. I
Yep.
don't know, man. That's a lot of money days, man.
Yeah, those new
Um,
ships I bet generated a lot of money. There's four new ships that you can buy, and each one of them is above the $300 mark, except for all the new reworked Mustang Alphas. Those are around 30 to 40 bucks each. 30 to
okay.
50 bucks each.
I want. I like to see the player count on that game, like
Yeah.
after this. But no, yeah, it raised $1 million in 4 days.
Wow.
That's impressive. But I think Star Citizen Man is working in the right path. I've been saying this for a while. The way I've seen it, I've seen you play. I played a little bit. This game is headed in the right direction. It's got everything that you should seek for, and the attention to detail is just phenomenal, man. So even little things you wouldn't expect, like having a bartender give you a drink or whatever, and being able to
Exactly.
get
Yeah.
drunk, like you don't expect that from this kind of game, but it's there. Whether you like it or not, it makes a difference to some people, and they it's there, man. I mean, it's gonna take what, another 2 years, 3 years to finish up, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe
but
another 3 years, I would say so.
it's working and it's showing why it's taking so long, man. Because this is a lot of work. That's a big universe, and
Yeah.
it's so crazy. It is. It's amazing. Dude, those guys, I don't know who they are, but they're fucking genius. There, dude. They're paying the right people,
Yeah,
and they
for
got their
sure.
shit together. They got their shit together, man. It's pretty.
Well,
Shout outs to whoever's over there at Star Citizen making shit happen because they're doing the most.
at the end of the presentation, Chris Roberts did a little panel on Squadron 42, and Squadron 42 is the AAA. You get two AAA games with Star Citizen, so you get the multiplayer, which would be the universe, the PU, the persistent universe, and then you get Squadron 42, and that's the single player campaign. And we were talking about it yesterday actually, and you were saying that there was a lot of famous faces in the trailer, right?
Yeah,
In the Squadron
yeah,
42
yeah,
trailer,
yeah.
and he gave an update on that. He said that there was a few milestones that they had to reach before they can really kick off development, and all of those milestones have been reached except for server meshing. So I believe bind calling was so that they could develop the universe itself. So this is something that we got to take into consideration, that they've had to develop the tech that's needed to even run this game as they go along. There wasn't really a blueprint that they could follow because no one's made a game like this before. And Chris Roberts says it himself. He's like, no one could tell us how to make this game because no one's ever attempted to make a game like this. And
Yeah, man.
so he says bind calling, what that's for. It was they needed to be able to make the world detailed, whether it was 1 millimeter or several billion kilometers, which the world is going to be. It's going to be like real time, several billion kilometers. If you're in one space and in one planet, and you want to travel to another star system and just use your thrusters, you can go there as fast as your ship goes, but it'll take maybe 20 years, 30 years to get there, but you will
Oh shit.
eventually get there. But
That's like
yeah, the distances are massive, man. Like he says you hear a lot of games brag about how big their world is, when and in reality their world is about 16 kilometers, and those are the biggest worlds that you can find out there in a video game right now. He was like, and you hear developers bragging about those games all the time. No, look how big our map is. And when he gave us the comparison to Star Citizen is several billion kilometers. That's how big the world will actually be. So he said that that was one of the first hurdles. After that, object container streaming was the second or third. I forget what the other ones are. But the last one is server meshing, and server meshing will be when all of us are in one server. So that's the last major hurdle that they gotta hit, and then after that, they can just focus on polishing and like quality of life improvements, and on adding the actual careers that we'll be able to have, and artifacts, the aliens, all of that. The language and all of that has been worked on for years. Apparently, actually, they have linguists working on that. So the languages, I'm pretty sure, have come pretty far along. But I think after server meshing gets hit, it's just gonna take off. We're gonna start seeing these massive updates every 3 months.
yeah, no, it looks good, man. It's coming through perfectly, and I like it. I dig it. It's gonna be fun playing this game when it's fully like right now. It's pretty fun, but when this thing comes out with all its fucking
Oh
bells
yeah,
and whistles, dude, it's gonna be a hell of a game. Man.
yeah,
You better,
definitely.
you better get a heads up on this game to catch up with all this stuff.
Yeah, man,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
it's not such a bad idea to start playing, maybe even like now, and then and that way you can learn how to fly, you can learn how the economy works and all of that. Because the people that pick up the game when it launches in a few years are gonna be in such a major disadvantage to everybody who's been playing it
Yeah.
since its development.
Oh yeah, for sure. Get a head start on that thing. It's cheap enough, and you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be just like you did, and yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
gonna be a
fun.
good game. It's gonna be a fun game to play, guys. So Star Citizen, definitely check it out. Look at their latest video they had, and it's cool, man. You gonna I liked it. So
Yeah, if you
Star
guys
Citizen,
are watching on YouTube, I'll actually be playing. Um, starting now. I'll start playing the footage of this, and you'll be able to see about 30, maybe 40 minutes of gameplay of it. And yeah, so if you're curious, check it out on YouTube. Otherwise, the Star Citizen channel itself, I believe, has posted the entire keynote, so you can go there too.
Yeah. So yeah, no, Star Citizen, it's at it big time, doing big things. Um, I I don't I don't know. I have nothing but good things to say about Star Citizen so far. They're moving on forward awesomely. Um, moving on a little bit from Star Citizen. Um, Call of Duty dropped,
Oh yeah,
and Jesus, Call of Duty, man, what a freaking show! What a game! What a freaking AAA battle royale game is off the hook.
exactly, man.
I don't even know why would I ever play Battlegrounds again. I have no idea.
I feel the
Maybe I
same way.
play, maybe I play Battlegrounds again just to just so I can know what a shit game feels like. I don't know. Not talking bad about Battlegrounds, but now that I've played a triple A game, battle royale, man, it's so smooth, man. It's
Yeah,
so fast. The gunplay, everything, like it's just they did it right, man. These guys are killing it. And we were looking at numbers on Steam, and Battlegrounds have lost 1 million players.
man.
So, and Battlefield's not even out.
Exactly, man.
Um, Count Your Days Battlegrounds, I think, man. I don't know. And we were joking about it. Battlegrounds can be like, hey, Blue Hole Entertainment has got a game for sale, Microsoft, Sony.
Exactly. They're gonna go up to Phil Spencer and Mark Selling and be like, "Yo, guys, so
We're
how
just
much is
trying to
this
milk this
game worth to
cow.
you guys?"
Gotta milk it as far as we can.
What do you guys think?
uh,
10 mil, 20 mil?
oh my god, that's gonna be funny as hell if they did. But no, man, I don't know. I think every game runs its course, and I saw a lot of streamers like walking away from Battlegrounds and actually just be like, "Hey, thank you Battlegrounds for what you gave us," and it was it was really good. And but it has to you have to move on, man. When a better game comes out, you have to move on, and it's part of gaming, man. How many games have we moved on from that better games came out, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I mean, one game opens the genre for a lot of them. Better games come out, and it's just part of developing and being an open market. You have the ability to make a game and do what you please. And when big companies bring out their A game and release a triple A game, and it's got all their shit together, then you had so many years to yours and you didn't.
And
Uh,
and the difference is just massive, man. Like this
it's so
game,
big.
it's just incredible. Like the game runs freaking smooth. It's got a few bugs still, rubber
Yeah.
bands every now and then, but I'm pretty sure they'll get the server stuff right. I mean, they got the freaking money and the team to do it.
Yeah, it's been out for 5 days or so
Exactly. Yeah.
it's gonna be fine. They'll figure it out. They'll have it running smooth before you know. And I bought the $60 game, and I'm pretty satisfied, man. I got zombies, and I've been playing crazy. We've been playing blackout mode, battle royale. We've been playing some multiplayer, and we had a team of six going on at one point. And I mean, this game has brought all of us back together and more.
Yeah, we don't even have enough room to
Yeah.
fill everybody in, man.
It's been crazy watching Chango come in to play some bats, some Call of Duty.
Exactly. Getting
Uh,
competitive again, actually.
yeah, getting competitive. John was like, "What is Call of Duty becomes pay pay to win?" And then Chango was like, "I'll fucking drop 500 right now." Chango already bought the $500 version of this game. He's deep. He's
Yep.
not looking back anytime soon.
Yeah,
So
fucking John was just like, this game I might go pay to win. Chango was like, then I'll fucking pay, man. I don't see the issue here. Ever heard of
I'm gonna
auto
be a
pay,
winner.
John?
uh, no, Chango's all in, dude. Fucking, it looks like whatever game is not taking his money anymore. What's the fucking playing?
Destiny,
Destiny 2.
Destiny 2, man.
They already took Chango's thousands of dollars. So
Well, they're gonna be missing that Chango money, but
yeah, for sure.
you'll get them back, guys. You'll get them back.
No, but Call of Duty, man, it feels good, right? We having fun. Eh, I don't know, man. It just feels good playing a good game. A good shooting game that has good to give. I don't even miss a story mode on this game. I don't even care for the story mode.
Exactly.
It's awesome. It's giving me my $60 in like in the matter of 5 days.
And the zombies mode is
Uh,
freaking fun. The other multiplayer modes are good too, man. I mean, what else do we want?
and I'm sure Javier's gonna be so happy they can play zombies offline or whatever
Exactly.
with his 17 Xbox Ones he owns. Um, that he can play them in his garage or whatever. Because you can. So that's cool, man. I mean, the fucking Call of Duty is doing it right, man. That's awesome. I'm happy we got Call of Duty for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Um,
Feels like a complete game to me.
yeah. And then we had Assassin's Creed Origins making some noise, man. Actually,
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed is making more noise than I thought it would. I really thought that it was. I think the remapping and or whatever they changed in the gameplay, it's helped them out because I didn't really like the last gameplay, and they obviously changed it for a reason because there was something to it. And whatever they changed, which I'm not sure what it is, it's helped them out because I've been reading nothing but decent stuff uh, about Assassin's Creed, and it looks good for them.
I wonder how much they could have changed because apparently this game was in development at the same time that Origins was being developed. It was just two different teams.
Oh, that's interesting
Yeah.
because something about Assassin's Creed just got too. I don't know if it was the story, if it was the the repetitive net level at a one point or what it was, but I don't know. I really like the learning aspect of it. There's the learning part of it and the stories and all that stuff is really cool. But as far as the gameplay goes and drawing you back, it's just a little tedious to a point. It was, so
And
I don't know.
people are
Did
are raving even about the side quests, man. Like you hear everybody talking about the side quests and they're saying that they're badass, that the new RPG element to the story is a lot better, that the some complaints that I have heard is that you don't really get that many options on how to talk to people because you can choose to either be rude or be respectful now and stuff like that. So people were maybe expecting a little more, but then I think that a lot of these folks are expecting like not really Fallout, like Mass Effect levels of interacting,
yeah,
and Ubisoft isn't really known for that. But
yeah,
yeah, I don't know. That's some of the complaints that I've been hearing about the story
yeah.
making.
Hopefully it does well, man. You know,
Oh, it will.
hopefully it will.
Everyone's saying it's the best Assassin's Creed that's ever been made,
Yeah.
and I've been itching to
Well,
pull the trigger on it, man.
EA confirmed a remaster of classic Command and Conquer games,
Oh
which
yeah.
it got me a little excited. Javier was telling me about it, and I like those games, man. I was younger, I was playing those games. Steven and Javier, so they that's how they probably found out about them because I was playing them. But uh, I'm excited about that. I like to check them out and see what they do with them. It should be. You know what caught me by surprise though? Moving from that though, freaking For Honor, man, they're still bringing out more game content, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
For Honor still having a freaking player count like you wouldn't believe. That was crazy for me. I saw it and I was like, man, they brought a new freaking characters. They just released them this week, I think, and
And they look sick as hell. The Shaolin Monk and those other
yeah,
characters. Yeah, man, they
yeah,
look legit.
they were freaking. I know I like them. It was pretty cool. So For Honor's making noise for sure. It's kind of like that. Um, and then
Just
no,
one
it's
quote.
pretty cool, man. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Fallout 76 had a little kind of preview thing coming up through, right?
Yeah, they got a beta. I think it
Yeah,
might be ongoing or it already
yeah.
happened. A lot of
It's
people actually got their hand on it as well.
yeah, it seems like it got some good stuff coming out of it. So yeah,
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of mixed reviews from people, but it doesn't seem to be much of an issue for me, honestly. Like, I think it's gonna be a good game.
yeah. So yeah, Fallout out there, guys. And then what else have we been playing? Forza, dude. Forza Horizon, dude. Um,
Oh yeah,
s-
definitely. Forza Horizon, man.
seeing you in the Forza game for the first time was interesting. Uh, you were out there making some noise and putting some high numbers out there that I had to compete with because Steven's a chump. All this shit talking he does in Forza, he's a chump to put up records. So I had to compete against your records. And Forza, man, I really like it. I really like it, man.
It looks so good, man. Their world making is pretty legit, I gotta say. Playground Games did an incredible job with this game.
Oh yeah,
I
those
mean,
guys that played around in Turn
it
10.
brought me back after like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, it's cool, man. And for being in Game Pass, what a fucking joy.
Oh yeah, what a deal, man.
Oh yeah, to throw it on there, man, that's fantastic. And I cannot remember the number of money they had raised already, but it was I think they had over 2 million players within the first week or so, something like that.
Yeah,
It was
something
some
like that.
sort of a big number like that. That's impressive, man, because that's a racing game, and a lot of people don't like racing games. They're not into it, and that's a big player count for that game. And that game's just fun, man. The way the seasons are gonna be working, I think we're in our third day of winter or second, and that game is just I really like Forza games. Steven got me hooked into them, and never looked back. They this one in specific has got a lot more customization character wise, and
Yeah.
I was telling you I did not like all that aspect of it because I don't care about it. I want to care. Give me more cars. Give me more car stuff. I don't care about the clothing and the guy being dressed up in whatever fashion, especially when I have to spend my wheel spins and get fucking a scarf and some girl shoes and a skirt when I'm a dude. But whatever, man. I know people seek it. I know they want to go for some sort of social thing where like people are like, I want to drive as a girl or whatever. I don't know, but or I don't know if they're just trying something. You know, maybe they're trying something to implement it to another game and they want to see how that works there, how it looks, or whatever it is. But I
I think
wish you
people
could
just
do
like
more with it.
customization, and I mean,
Yeah,
if I have a character, I definitely want to customize them. Like, I don't want to be like a plain Joe, you know?
yeah, and I don't mind it. I don't mind it as much, but I want to be able to show it off. Can't
Yeah.
circle. You know, when you're playing multiplayer in the winner circle, you might see it, you might not see it. It might go on second, it might 3 seconds. Um, if there was some sort of a car meet where you just get off and walk around and check out people's cars, people's outfits, and whatever, that'd be kind of cool, right?
Yeah, that would have been cool as
But
hell.
we don't have that yet, so I don't know if it's coming or what's going on. But if we had that, that'd be so. Uh, so I don't know. Forza, really like it, man. I really like the speed of the game, of the progression system. It's not a lot of grinding. It's more like just racing. You're gonna make points. You're gonna level up, and you're gonna have cars coming your way, and
Yeah,
it's fun.
you get money
And
fast.
yeah, no, not a problem. Not a problem at all, man. And those guys have to be making so much money with their little car passes,
Yeah.
freaking VIP passes, season passes,
Treasure maps.
treasure maps. I mean, it's good, man. I like it. I like the game. For being in Game Pass, it was a hell of a deal for me.
I like the
It,
angle of buying a house too. That thing's
oh
freaking
yeah, that
cool.
was cool, man.
I love that.
Different spawn points, different save points. Uh, doing everything through your house. You don't have to go back to the hub.
Yeah.
That was really cool. That was really
Yeah, that
cool.
was actually pretty nice. And another angle that they kind of threw in is buying businesses, having
That
owning
is
your own
true.
business and stuff like that. That was actually pretty sweet. I didn't see that coming, and when I found that icon, I was like, "Whoa, this is." That was surprising, man. That was refreshing for sure. And I don't know. I'm excited for the future of Forza Horizon. Seeing this one, they're going for like a more open world thing, and I think they're gonna add more elements to it. And this is becoming like a super unique racing game, man. It's got so many people playing it right now.
Yeah,
I think it's got a bright future for sure.
yeah, man. I really liked it. It was cool, man. I liked being in there, jumping with Steven and doing some racing, bro. It was fun. It was fun, and it gets fun. jump in and out from switching up from games. So that was really cool. That was really cool.
And that's a game
Um,
that you can pick up whenever you want. Like if you want
oh yeah,
to put it down like we're doing right now and just play the hell out of fucking Black Ops, you can pick it up next month and you could still enjoy it just as well. Like it's still gonna be Forza, you know, Forza's Forza.
yeah, absolutely, man. And I don't know, they did a good, they did pretty good with it, and it's cool. I really like the map. I don't really like driving on the left side of the of the street. I like it. I'm not used to it. It's coming from Australia. We were still driving on the left side, but
Yeah.
on it's just I'm still not used to it. When I've played the last two, the last one was, it was a right hand drive cars too, and it was left side of the map, and it was crazy. But
That did
uh,
confuse me a bit at first. I was like, what's up with the
yeah,
traffic driving on the wrong
yeah,
side? And then I was like, oh, this is Britain.
and we had it in the last Horizon in Australia. I mean, I got used to it to a point, but it still doesn't feel normal.
Yeah.
So even if I get used to it, doesn't feel normal. Steven did say we need another American map, and I can agree, but they have to go around the world and show love where they've been doing that, and that's really cool, man. They've been jumping from country to country,
And there's
and that was pretty.
a lot of nice places outside of America that
Yeah, oh
are
yeah. I mean,
nice.
we're just so egocentric. We just want
Exactly.
America there, and no, I mean those guys are doing a job showing us the rest of the world, because they do a lot of the sightseeing and stuff like that. Beautiful
Yeah,
places
exactly.
they call them, and that's really cool.
What about one
So,
in Japan? I'd be down for one in Japan.
well,
I think that'd
that'd
be
be pretty
cool.
cool, man. Get you from the city to the countryside, and
Uh huh.
that'd be pretty
The screenshots at night downtown. Ooh, that'd be dope, man.
fucking Fast and Furious shit. No, man, but definitely a lot of games out there, guys. A lot of games. Eh, Chango did say we were playing on Sunday. He's like, man, I love it. It's snowing out there. We're gaming. What a beautiful world.
He was
uh,
so happy, man, to be
he,
gaming.
he was. If any of you guys want to kill Chango, just jump in some Black Ops 1.
Yep, Grim 644. Just join that fucker and snipe
Gear
him.
644, fucking kill him. A lot of games coming out. We got this is the last game I want to talk about today, man, because we're talking about a lot of games coming out that I haven't played, but Red Dead 2 coming out.
Yep, Red Dead Redemption.
A lot of noise happening, especially from our boy Javier on
Oh, is this game coming out? I hadn't even noticed, dude. I
that.
hadn't even noticed.
Oh man, I get it. I get the hype. I really do. I get the hype. We haven't. They've been waiting for this game for so long. The only aspect of the hype I don't get is the hype about the customization.
Yeah.
I, I don't expect anything less from Rockstar. I don't. I'll be disappointed when the story is not good.
Especially
But
coming from GTA 5, right?
yeah, but from the customizations, I'm like, whoa. You tell me you can customize the gun? Yeah, okay, cool. Uh, you tell me you can customize the fucking belt buckle? Okay, cool. I didn't expect any less from you guys. That's all you have to customize the goddamn clothing,
Mm-hmm.
your weapon, and your horse. What is it gonna customize? The buggy? That you have the Rockstars got a lot of potential. They have a lot of fucking people working there. They're gonna have to put in the hours and then grind it out so you can keep coming back for that extra fucking customization.
Not just
Uh,
that, they can't do any less than GTA 5. And
they
this
can't.
world is not smaller because the map might be actually bigger, but there's less people in it. They could be a lot more detailed with the people that they do have in the game
Yep.
since they don't have to spawn, 15, 20,000 pedestrians in the freaking
And,
street.
and
So,
building and skyscrapers and all this shit.
exactly, man. You don't have over 300 cars, whatever it is, to freaking customize and put rims and paint jobs, bumpers, all that stuff on. So of course the horses are gonna be customizable. Of course you're gonna be
I,
able to
w-
customize your
I want to
clothing.
customize the fucking horse's hairstyle.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
I don't expect anything less.
exactly,
It's
man.
Rockstar.
Even the
It's not this
NPC
upcoming.
interaction, everyone's raving about how you can talk to like everybody on the street, but it's like none of this is like fresh. None of this is new, and none of it
It
is
isn't. It isn't. We had in GTA, was it 3, 4, where the dude could get fat and skinny and get muscle going to the gym or
San Andreas.
whatever. Yeah, and I mean we've had this from Rockstar. They're just implementing more and working it out. Like what we were talking about facial hair and you know and hair. Like I mean, it's not that difficult for them to do this, man. They have to bring as much as they can,
Yeah.
and I think a lot of it gonna be shown off in the maybe the wildlife and the world, and doing some sort of hunting, fishing, stuff like that. A lot of that stuff is gonna be shown off there, but I get the hype. I just don't get the hype over the dumbest like customization things. It's what were we expecting not to be able to customize anything? It's Rockstar.
Yeah.
So um, I'm buying the game regardless. I'm buying it. I'm gonna be in that whole. I, I don't know about the map being bigger than GTA 5. That's gonna be a hell of a track on a horse. Like think about it. Think about walking GTA, just walking from the bottom of the docks to the very top of the map. Just
Yeah.
walking.
There will be
That
fast travel though.
uh, well, yeah, they have to, but it's crazy. I mean, I'm all for it. I want to get more forest. I want to get more wild animals out there. I want to be able to hunt. I'm excited about the hunting because I know it's gonna be hunt.
Yeah, it's gonna be
I,
cool.
and I'm excited about that, dude. I'm excited about being out there and hunting some whatever it is. I want to hunt it, and I want to be out there and hunt it in the video game because that was my favorite thing to do in the original Red Dead hunting. And too bad though. If you hunt all the buffalo in the which was like 60 buffaloes, that was it. You were done.
Hmm.
Buffaloes. But I'm looking for the wild animals or the hunting. And for a good storyline, man, because Rockstar knows how to make storylines, and that's why we played storyline on GTA 5, and I played every storyline in every GTA because they make good storylines.
Yeah.
So
I mean, the game's
no,
gonna be great, man. Regardless, it's a
oh
Rockstar
yeah, yeah,
creation, so
yeah.
yeah. Like I get the hype as well. There's something to be excited for. This is Rockstar that we're talking about. But you're right. Like it's just it seems like a lot of this hype is just outright fucking ridiculous, and nothing's blowing my
Yes.
hair back that I'm hearing.
Yeah,
Like none of this shit is blowing my hair back. So
that
it's
is
like,
like, ooh,
okay.
innovative, new. No, no.
Yeah, it's like no, we've seen all of this and we
Yeah,
expect all of this. Like, yeah, we should be excited for the game, but chill the fuck out, people. Chill the
I,
fuck out.
I'd be more excited if it was like this new upcoming developers, like, oh, what they're making.
Uh huh.
But these guys are not new. These guys have been in the biz and they're the best at it. So
Yeah, and of course they're gonna
eh,
kill it. It's fucking Rockstar, man. And of course
they
we're
don't
gonna be
even
playing that as well.
they don't, they don't even show up to E3, dude. They're like, fuck that, dude.
Yeah.
That's how big these guys are, right? But anyways, Red Dead's coming out, guys. We know we're killing it. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna be talking about it. But for the meantime, we're gonna be soaking in some freaking Star Citizen and Call of Duty game time. So
Yep.
you guys will be seeing us there. Um, welcome back, guys. We're back, and year two is gonna be crazy. Mariano's working so hard in getting the YouTube channel flowing, and he's gonna be dropping videos. In the week in week out basis. He works on them on his free time, and he puts some videos, and he likes it. So the Lead Gaming YouTube channel is a lot more videos coming through, a lot more audio coming through there for the podcast if you'd rather do YouTube. So it's gonna be there, guys. So that should be cool, and we're excited. We're excited. Wintertime is our gaming season, like Chango said, because I don't do any winter sports, so I do a lot of gaming.
Yeah, that's when everybody games. Everybody in our neck of the woods, at least in our group
Yeah,
of people,
except Steven now that he's all like he ever
snowboarding and
yeah.
shit.
um with that said, man, I want to finish this off by first of all thanking our significant others in our life that support us in this hobbies that we have
Oh, for
that
sure.
a lot of times are not cheap, and soak up a lot of time, but they're great at supporting us and giving us that space to do it. And you know thank you, and thank you to all our listeners, man, and shout out to motherfucking Chango that's back in the game time.
Oh yeah,
God
man.
damn.
It's good to see Chango back. It's good to see him back.
Yeah.
He's getting a little cocky though, man.
Yeah.
He's getting a little cocky.
uh, he's been bragging about this fucking second place he got for the last 3 days.
Yeah.
uh But I don't anything you must say before we sign out today on this super beautiful Monday.
No, just glad to be back, man. I mean, it's good to be here. Hopefully, we can get some. I gotta figure out a way to record Black Ops, and maybe we can get some footage out there. If not, then maybe we can hook up with Javier sometime, play a few matches with him, and have him recorded on his
Yeah.
Elgato, and so you guys can see what it's like and hear us talking shit to each other and just shitting on Chango for a little bit. It's pretty
Yeah.
exciting. We have some good conversations sometimes. Well,
Yeah,
it's more
for
like
sure.
a shitting on Chango for some time, but
It's a lot of fucking hate talk. A lot of shit talk.
no, but
But yeah.
everybody have a great week, guys. Happy to be back. I'm excited to be back, and I hope everybody's doing well.
Alrighty, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening. You guys have a great gaming week, and we will see you here next week.